take a fancy to jazz? As an Elite Guard member, Jazz took the orders of Ultra Magnus and Sentinel Prime, but when he's tasked to do something he doesn't morally agree with, he can be vocal about it. Jazz has too kind of a heart to let politics get the best of him. That's until Power of the Primes messed that up. He's also a full ninja bot, somewhat like Prowl, and is an all-around sly, groovy guy. Jazz appeared in a few episodes of the Transformers animated show and managed to get a proper toy, which I got thanks to IAMAMAZINGMASON. Jazz transforms into this smooth race car much like the original Porsche model, but with rounded cartoonish features to fit the show. It's good, but it's also kinda round and bubbly. It's like a car Donald Duck would drive. It's got an aerodynamic swiftness to it, right down to the teardrop mirrors that look like bullets. And look at the headlights with, what are those eyelashes? Ooh, senpai. Roll sweetly with silver painted rims. Speaking of which, check out the red and blue stripe on top, followed by an Elite Guard symbol, almost making an arrow, so he's making sure you know front side first. Though I mostly appreciate the full colored windows and white paint to cover the back. Everything's so slick on this guy, right down to the taillights. You can tell it's built with a theme, but I'm not sure if it's really for speed or to reduce drag to keep the flow grooving. I don't think he's an electric car with exhaust that large, and I thought you were some sort of hippie. Instead, I see you for what you are. And that's Herbie's uncle having a midlife crisis. I guess my major complaint would have to be the door arms are tricky to lock in, but if I can slip it into place, then I could be cool. Nah, I could be cool, I swear. I could be cool! Inoffensive and shows no aggression. This guy looks ready for a cool drive going wherever the road takes him. An absolutely grand representation not just for animated Jazz in physical form, but his personality. Robot mode. In robot mode is pretty skinny and long, but it's not like that's a bad thing. He's slim, slick, and easily mobile. Still, consume a sandwich. He's not without significant issues. His busty boobalicious breast doesn't properly lock in. You can feel a mechanism that softly clicks, but mess around and the chest goes floobity. It also shifts the shoulders out of alignment. Although with the shoulders back, you can get the want a piece of me pose. Megatron, stop! There's also the issue of the hips. The corners at the ball joints are squared off and really messes with the articulation. It's hard to man-spread this guy. I love the head sculpt, keeping notes of the original version with the blue visor, but going with a different shape to make it its own thanks to the bone structure of Tulio in El Dorado. Did someone say articulation? Ball joint to hips, some barfly joint, ball joint shoulders, rotation below, double elbow, ball joint wrist, waist rotation, ball joint hips, rotation below, knee bend, and feet move to that funky beat. If it wasn't for the poorly made hips, the posability would be decent. Just don't rely too much on the toes, as they usually don't hold the entire weight of the figure. But I will say this is pretty well made design-wise. Even the kibble feels in place down to the back. Let's take a look at the accessories. Well, we gotta take him out of the arms, silly boob. They slide into this section here to form the side exhaust and can rotate for extended elbows. You could also rotate the doors and have a pipe-wielding Wolverine, or take them out, slide under the hand, and with his ninja ways, you can use them as nunchucks. Wish there was a wire inside to keep some pose, but it's fun to thrash around and do the leak spin meme. Damn, he just has this presence that you could rely on. You know, you just want to be friends with him with his charismatic chin and arrow to the taint. Are you telling me you don't have an arrow directed to the taint? I'm pretty sure I know who he plays as in Overwatch. The hamster. Jazz is what I consider to be successful in a number of ways. Not only is he a good representation to celebrate Jazz, but he seems to do it in his own way, taking advantage in melding into the series. I wish it was more fun though, as the major issues really pull him back, but if you're a Jazz fan, or an animated fan, or even just into the coolest of cool Transformers, Jazz is one figure you should consider getting. If only Sentinel didn't wrap him into political garbage.